Greetings, y'all. It is Matt from the Green Arcade. I am back playing some more Farming Simulator 25. So, we're down here at the Montana Prairie Ag Supply. This is where we're going to sell our beans at. So, let's get to it. We're going to make some money. Try to, anyway. So, this is where we're going. Let me go back and just be sure. Go to the right thing here. Go. Alright. Montana. The price. This is the best price. There's $1 difference between this and the dairy, but we own the dairy, so I don't know that would work. Otherwise, it'll put it in as a, as the product. So we're gonna go here and sell our surplus of beans. See what we get. We're really hoping to make some money here. Go work those contracts after this. Hoping to make a little bit of money on our surplus. We've got 664,000 liters, and this is the first load. So, maybe 3 loads? We'll see. Nice having a surplus of beans. We've got beans already, going making the soy milk. But it's nice to get that lump sum of cash. Alright, not bad. What is that, 540? I'll take it. Go get another load. I'm eastbound and down. Breaker 19, breaker 19. Alright. So I think one of the first fields we're going to buy is this cotton field over here. Because we got the cotton picker, we might as well get a cotton field. There's a bigger one down south, but this one we can probably afford better. And then afford some other fields along with it. So, we're trying to buy these really in the order that we need to. As far as like when they will be ready to harvest. So I'll be looking at that too. The barley, we went ahead in the last episode and bought the big barley field. So, it's ready to harvest as well. I'm just going to pull in right here. I'm still waiting to see about the update. I haven't heard anything yet. I'm going to put a little drive in right there. Soybeans, fill up. So, maybe two and something, 2.5 loads, maybe something like that. Gotta load the beans and make some money. I'm scared to go look at the sale thing. I gotta do it though. There is a Puma edited by Stevie. But I don't know. I've been steering clear of these because you can't make them US versions. And I know I could use a European version. But, I really want the US version. Wow, I don't understand why they wouldn't do that. It's like the 9RT we had back in 22. The John Deere 9RT. You would think that they would have put the switch in there to make it a US version. It's the only John Deere tractor that you could not make a US version. It didn't have the switch. Every other John Deere tractor they had, the 8RX, the 8RT, all the articulated ones, all the big ones, you could all make them US versions, except for the 9RT. So they completely cut it out of the game now. I did find one though. So we've got one in the shop. When the time comes, we'll probably invest in one. I'll be honest. Like that green and yellow. We like the paint job. Alright, so let's sell this load. There's probably some silage to sell. We've got that too. Go look. Oh yeah, there's plenty of silage to sell. That one is actually full. Actually, I need to turn some of this stuff off. It's actually full to the point where it can't process anymore, so I'll just turn that stuff off for now. This one is out of materials, so I'll just turn that one off. So yeah, there is some silage to sell too. What is that? Is that a weather alert? It is a weather alert. What does that say? Lightning detected within 6 miles of your location. That's the cell. I'm recording these back to back, by the way. So that's the cell that's kind of going around. I'm not too concerned about it. It's just gonna pass me by. So we're up to 1.1 million. I'm liking what I'm seeing. So we don't have another full load, but we've got some more beans to sell. We're gonna go ahead and sell them. Got that surplus of beans. We've replanted beans. We're probably gonna buy a couple of the bean fields out there. Oh, there's a save. And then we'll see what we want to buy, what we want to get into. And there are, you know, there are some months left before it comes time to really, you know, necessarily have to buy any of the corn or bean fields. But we'll set aside some money for those, and we're going to make more money, you know, over the coming months. So, basically just looking at stuff that we want to get. We'll do that when I get done selling the beans here. But we do need to go sell silage too, so. We need to buy a propane tanker. We've got equipment that we need to buy. We need to buy that. There's something else. What else was there? Well, we need the propane tanker so we can start doing the dry corn. We want to start making the dry corn. And we've got plenty of corn. We've got corn up here, and then we've got a lot of corn down south. So I think that would probably be... We have the dryers. All we need is the propane tanker and the propane itself, I guess. Propane and propane accessories. I'm so looking forward to that coming back. King of the Hill, August 4th on Hulu. I'm a little over halfway through the series as it is right now, so there's 13 seasons. This will be season 14 coming to Hulu. Trying to watch my King of the Hill, and there's not really, you don't really have to catch up on King of the Hill. I mean, they're kind of in sequence, but they're not really in sequence. So, not like there's any real cliffhangers from season to season. Alright, let's go look at what we want to buy. Field wise. Let's go to the growth map. So, really, the only things in dark green right now are like your clover, grass, alfalfa fields. The next shade of green would be like that or that. But even those may be... Yeah, see, that's not... That's in green beans. I think there's some canola. Yeah, there's some canola fields out there. There's that one cotton field right there. But that one is 1.3 million. That would take almost all of our cash to buy. I think we'd be better off probably getting this one up here. There's only 2 cotton fields currently on the map. I think we should probably get that one. It's fully fertilized, doesn't have weeds, and it is 523. So I think we should get that one. Because that's one of the crops that when you look at the growth on it, go back to growth. So like, there's the other cotton field. See the shade of green that's in? And then here's a soybean and a cornfield there. The cotton field is going to be ready before the corn or the bean fields. So, what is that right there? Oh, that's in potatoes. We're not really interested in that. So, not really interested in wheat right now. Some sorghum down there. Yeah. There are other things that we are kind of aiming to buy right now. So, I think right now it would be smart to invest in some other things besides, you know, the fields. We're going to make more money over the summer doing the contracts and stuff. So, what I'm going to do right now, we own this field right here. I'm going to park my trailer right here. And then we're going to get into, I think, drying the corn, number 1, probably. But also, turn truck. John's right. This truck, it does have the, I think it's the weight of it, maybe the momentum. I don't know. Takes a minute to turn. You can't drive crazy with it. All right. So, we want to get the propane tanker. I think I want to pass on that tractor too. Now the question is, where's the propane tanker? I looked at this the other day. It's either under miscellaneous. It is not under miscellaneous. Is it under semi-trailers? Nope. Where's it at? Is it under, like, animal tanks? It's gotta be, right? Yep, there it is. So we want this propane tanker. Oh, you can customize this. Yeah. I'll do the higher up one. Front fenders. Well, it doesn't cost anything. Yeah, I'll go ahead and put them on there. Capacity. We want it to do propane. Well, we might get another one when we get into the anhydrous stuff, but we're not into the anhydrous stuff yet. So we'll leave it that color. We'll leave that color. The rims, we'll leave in chrome if that's chrome. Yes, it is. And we'll leave the plate on it. So that's 90 grand right there. All right. We have a propane tank. There we go. All right. So let's take this over to the Tractor Supply and buy some propane and propane accessories. I think they'll throw in a free propane grill with their first purchase. Wouldn't that be cool? Hi, welcome to Tractor Supply. You're gonna buy a whole truck tanker load of propane, huh? Well, here's your free propane grill. It's the what Hank call it? The Wagner King 3000 or something like that. Alright, now I either have to back into this. I think I have to back into it. buy some propane. So this is the spot. Obviously propane. Just don't know where the trigger is at. Yeah, propane. We're gonna buy some propane. Question is, where do we want to process this at? I may start, we're doing a majority of our corn down south, but we've got a ton of cornfields up here that we're kind of looking at getting. So I may just transport, I may keep that down there and then get that one going too. I may run 2 corn dryers at the same time. Do one up north and one down south. So let's take this over to the one up north here. I know I've got some corn over here. It feels heavier. It may be the trailer, I don't know, but it definitely feels heavier. Just I can tell from the acceleration and everything. 'Cause it is, well, there's a safe. It is definitely heavier to pull. It feels like it, anyway. Does gas weigh more? Propane weigh more? I don't know. I don't know if that grass is going to be ready next month, or it may be a month. It may be behind a month. Planted it in April, so it could be ready. I don't know. I'll have to wait and see, I guess. Alright, where do I fill up? Is it over here in front of it? There's the tank. Yeah, it's telling me I can dump right there. So let's go see which one this is. It's not that one, not that one, not that one. Well, that one. So it's the third one down. I wish these were labeled. Wish they were labeled like, you know, this is, what is this, like Big Sky Farms or something like that. Wish they were labeled so you'd know. I don't see a label on them anywhere. So you'd know which one's which. Alright, so that took all the propane. We're probably going to have to haul a few loads of propane. Right now, though, I'm going to park this over here. Just to get us started. Grab this other trailer. And we'll put some corn in the dryer. I mean, I can get in here without getting stuck. It could happen. It has happened. Alright, so that's that. Here's where we want to be. Put it in the back one, maybe. I know there's some corn in here. Yeah, 124,000 liters. So that's, yeah, that's a good start. We'll put that in there and let that start drying our corn. Okay. There we go. Alright, go back to that. So we have corn in there. I have to activate this though. Alright, we are officially drying corn. Cool beans. What's the price for dried corn right now? Where is that at? Is it down south? I gotta go way down south. Don't I? Or is it up high? I think it's down at the bottom. There's regular corn. Yeah, it's down there. Problem is, I don't know what it's under. Is it under dried? Dry corn. There it is right there. So yeah. It's a better price than regular corn. But it's not really at its peak right now. It looks like December. If you trust this grid, it looks like December. But right now it's selling for $17.55. So that's not a bad price. We're going to get into some stuff that we might use this in production though. So let's go do that. Got the truck down right there. We are actually going to go down. Going down, down, to our other truck. Because it's full of water. And since we bought the barley fields, I think it's time to buy the brewery. We'll head across the road here. There's where we dump right there. Let's buy the brewery. We're buying how you say it? Yingling for 240. Alright, we own it. So, we need to put water in here first. Just getting everything to startup mode. We've got our corn drying, so we've gotten into that. We're going to get into the beer making. We dump our water there. You know, it might be worth putting in one of those water tanks here too, like we did down at the dairy. We've got a tank from Mr. Stevie that basically they run a hose out kind of under it, so we don't have to pay for the water. But it's like the in-game tank, so. This out of the way. This is gonna be a tight spot to turn around in, isn't it? To even come around the corner there. Let's go back to the other truck. I think I've got some barley still at this farm down here. Get in that truck. Fill with barley. And then we're going to be harvesting barley too, so we're going to have plenty more barley. planted some spring barley, so that'll be ready in August or September. And then we've also got some winter barley that we just bought, so. Alright, let me go ahead and fill up this back one. I need to check on that. That should show up in our productions list now. Where's that at? Down here. Yingling beer. So we want to change that to selling. I think we're just going to sell this outright. Do I have to activate it first? No, change output mode. So we want to change that to selling. You can do selling. You can do distributing. I don't think there's any place to distribute that to. Because distributing, you know, you'd have another product coming out of wherever you're distributing to. So I don't think there's any place. We'll just sell it. Alright, let's head down south. Head over to the brewery. We're making dried corn and we're making beer. I'm like Bubba J. Jeff Dunham. Whatever happened to Jeff Dunham? Is he still around? Is he still doing the ventriloquism? You know, the puppets. He was big, you know, a few years ago. He was putting out videos and Christmas videos and... Hey, my AC kicked on. Woohoo! It was getting kind of warm in here. But yeah, whatever happened to Jeff Dunham? He just kind of dropped off the map. We need to harvest the barley back there. We got one down south we need to harvest too. This one up here, this should not be ready yet. That's the spring barley that we planted, so yeah, that's not... Yeah, this is not ready yet. That'll be ready in September or August. It's nice that we can do that though. It's nice that the calendar on this map allows us to do that. I wish there was a mod that you could change your crop calendar. And yeah, I know you can do it with, you know, developer tools and stuff like that. But it would be nice if there was a custom geo, like a, really not even a geo, but basically a customizable crop calendar where you could change the settings on when you could plant, what time of year and when in the year you could plant it. Yeah, trying to get this long trailer out of here. This is gonna be fun. Gonna be a blast. And then if I put a water tank right in here, we're gonna have to navigate around that too. So, all right. So there's that. Switch to the front. May pay off to get a one of those cab over trucks instead of one of these like this. Get a single cab over truck just to pull this trailer, because it's a long trailer. I think this is probably the longest semi-trailer that there is. This is a Mr. Stevie trailer, but it's the same length as, you know, the ones we had back in, when did they bring these? 1922. They didn't bring them back to the in-game this time around though, which I was kind of shocked by, but they didn't. Alright, let's see if I can get out of here. Oh yeah, oh, I got skills. I got skills. We might be alright with this one. Alright, we'll park that there for right now. We own the place, it's okay. And we want to activate that, and we've changed that to selling, yes. So we'll activate that, get that rolling. We've got water, we need more water. So we are making beer at some point. You know what? Since it's not storing it, it may already be making it. It is. The number up there on the water is dropping. So I think it is. Yes, it is. It's dropping. Okay. It takes a second for it to do it, but it is dropping. So we're going to probably put in the water tank here, haul the barley that we're fixing to harvest. We're getting ready to harvest that. And I'm going to work on some contracts. But yeah, we got pretty busy today. We got into dry corn. We're making dry corn now. We got the Yingling beer factory here, so we got the brewery. That's a hard word to say. So yeah, America's oldest brewery. Cool. All right, so we bought the brewery. We sold our beans. We bought a cotton field up there. Hoping to buy more fields. We'll probably do that in the next one. And yeah, we'll come back and get this thing stocked up. All right. So, until the next time, guys, remember you reap what you sow. It's Matt from the Green Arcade. We'll see y'all in the next one. Have a good one.